One thing I realized quickly that for a spinner, there is no scope if you bowl short.
It was my privilege to sit beside and shake the very hand that secured India's first overseas Test series victory, that got Karnataka its first Ranji triumph, and that spun out several hundreds of wickets. In this exclusive long conversation, spin legend Erapalli Prasanna, the master of deception, who played cricket like chess, looks back at his extraordinary journey. Beyond revealing the foundations of spin bowling that inspired the likes of Kumble and Ashwin, he reflects on his life's highs and lows, reminiscences about his favorite people, and offers a rare, intimate glimpse into his personal world. Prasanna sir, namaskara.
Namaskara.
Namaskara. You were a Baswangudi boy. Take the clock back to those days. What was the dinner table or kitchen floor conversation used to be like?
Basangudi boy, no. There was no dinner table.
that's
All
why
on the floor.
that's why I said kitchen floor conversation.
All on the floor.
That's right.
Okay. I come from a family of eight.
Uh-huh.
Eight. Yes. Myself, my brother, and six sisters. Okay. When I played, the family response, my parents had the responsibility of uh, five daughters to be married.
Okay.
Okay. And two so-called illustrious sons, which he claimed as two lights of a car,
Okay.
headlights of a car. That was his line of
Goes
thinking. Okay. And there was no dining table. All on the floor.
That's why I said kitchen floor conversation.
Yes, kitchen floor conversation. Okay.
Lower
And
middle
then,
class.
yes, they all realized there's something. Okay. Because of my representing the country, the neighbors used to talk to them about how proud they were. Because, see, and adding insult to injury, whatever you call it, we were from Western Temple Street, and our house number was 9. So 9. So they used to have 69 Watt Street, sort of. They were, because, see, drinking was a fancy at that time. So therefore, people associate 69 and 9, sort of 9 Watt Street. Okay. And then, so they were proud. But inwardly, my parents, because when I represent the country, I was doing engineering. Okay.
Yes.
When I went to studies, also there was a lot of resistance. The
That was-
association interfered with because they had intuition saying my father was quite reluctant to allow me to go because he has seen in his own days sports people, some of them must have pursued sport and they did not progress anywhere.
Correct. That's right.
Without a degree.
Proper education.
So he has seen the experience. So he was imposing that on me, but I had not realized that, because I was an young blood.
You were 21 when you did the first tour.
Yes. Okay. So I didn't realize, but he was sharing his experience with a parental approach.
Yes. But very understandable.
I didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
I didn't understand because I was wedded to this game,
Yeah.
not that fame.
I stand
Wedded to
corrected.
this game. Okay. But he was indirectly telling me that if you don't progress, I mean, if you don't do anything, if you don't have a degree, he didn't mention a few of his friends who were struggling for existence. Okay, that he was forcing that sort of a scenario, and even though it's a negative thought, so he was imposing on studies and completing my engineering. So the association, Chinnasamy, Srinivasan, they're all contemporaries in Mysore and whatnot. They had indicated, they had left the fielder to the Maharaja of Mysore.
Yeah, Maharaja was involved in convincing
Jai
your
Chandra
parents.
Odigar,
Yes.
saying, I being the true first Kannadiga to represent the country, it is a pride and some sort of a kirita
Kirita,
for
yes. Crown.
Karnataka cricket. That first Kannadiga representing the true Indian team, and there is a possibility, but because of economical situation and the background of the family and being an educated family, because of the entire family was educated, even my uncle and my uncles and my father, all educated. Okay, so focus on education. He may not allow me to. My father may not allow me, but at that particular time, Jayachandra Odiga was the ruler of the state, Mysore, and my father was the director of public health. In other words, he was also working for Jayachandra Odiga. Everything
Was
depended,
employed.
right? So they had told him. So I was called from Mysore to come along with my dad to the Bangalore Palace, where Jayachandra was there. And so, very as luck would have it, Jayachandra Odiga and my father, when my father was posted in Mysore, they have worked about the development of Mysore from the health point of view as well as, what should be situated where. They have done that, reconnaissance survey, what you call it. So they were close. So the conversation was almost like not as a subordinate, as a friend. So if I quote, ಏನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗ ಈಗ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ, ಆಸ್ ಓ ಕ್ಯಾಶುವಲ್, the way in which Jayashrama handled it, I must say, for a ruler to talk to a ordinary person.
Your father had to let you go.
I was also carried away with that because I was, he's a very family head sort of a thing.
That's nice.
So, but anyway, he said, he assured him he must go. So with that, even though he was very reluctant to allow me, so he allowed me with an assurance from me that I will complete my engineering.
Fantastic.
Okay, and well, I did it. Unfortunately, soon after my West Indies tour, I lost him. That was the negative side. But anyway, as as the saying goes, if one window closes, the other, one door closes, the other door opens, like that. Something associated themselves supported me, and what I am today, no doubt, with all thoughts, I am also should be grateful to association.
And you were 21 when you toured West Indies. Your genius was noticed by Vijay Manjrekar, Sir Frank Warren. And what was your experience like?
See, I was when I went on to West Indies tour, I must admit, Ghulam Muhammad was our manager, and he was a fatherly person, an off-spinner, no doubt, but I think he had that fatherly touch in him as a manager. So first thing what he did was, this credit kit I took along with me. He said, no, this is not good for a cricketer who is representing the country. So when we landed up in London, he said, I'm taking you to my friend's shop, the civil service shop, and you must equip yourself with the proper cricketing gear so that you look like a cricketer. In other words, what I took was a club cricket outfit.
Oh, okay.
Well, I didn't realize, but it made some sort of an impact on me.
Right, right.
Oh, yes, And then the first thing, then he really nurtured me as a son.
Ghulam Muhammad.
Didn't teach me anything about horsemen, but they giving confidence, making you feel at home. Because I was with great players like Nari Contractor, Vijay Manjrekar, Polly Umbriga,
Right,
Papu Natkani.
right.
Okay, I mean, and Navaba Pataudi
Yes.
also was there. He's also a junior. No?
By the way, you were there when the Nari contractor
Yes, yes,
incidents
that's the
happened.
tour.
Yeah.
Okay, amidst them, a Basunuri boy,
Basungudi boy. Who's,
without knowing the etiquette
that,
of life, how to conduct oneself, because you see, we are all simpletons from Basunuri, and that too I come from college, national college, where white pajama, white shirt, and a topi.
a topi.
With
You
that,
also used to wear a
yeah, I
topi.
mean, that's the
Yeah, correct.
outfit.
Correct.
We had no doubt that had done a lot of good to me. I'm not saying it's minus, but unfortunately, that outfit did not fit into the Indian team outfit. You understand, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, and also Basunri boy, Jared, you yourself is a Basunri person.
Curd rice.
Curd rice is a staple food for us. But what is the mental frame?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
We are a simpleton because we always, however good maybe, low profile people.
You know,
I mean, let us be very low profile. We
can I?
think we were we always underestimate ourselves. Okay, even though there were a lot of highly, divans were there, highly educated people were there in Basunudi. I'm not saying no, but still, the upbringing of most of the people
Correct.
were submissive approach. Okay, so Ghulam Muhammad, first made the impact on me, saying that, oh, no. So first thing, he made me look like a cricketer in London. Then we went to West Indies. Well, we played as first test. I think we lost. We're not a brilliant innings by Saim Durrani and Polly Umbriga. In spite of that, they were Gary Sober, Rohan Kanai, Frank Orer. I mean, it is such a heavy side. Now I can realize the heavy side. At that point of time, I didn't realize against what I'm playing or against which island I'm touring. I didn't even realize because that was the greatness of the team. And Frank Porrell, well, yes, I used to hear commentary about West Indies in England and whatnot. That time, Clive Walcott, three Ws, one of them is there. Physically, I'm seeing him. Okay, so very and was only back up. So it was just sort of
By the
reserved.
way, Basungudi is a neighborhood in Bangalore. For some
Okay,
of
yeah,
those who may not know,
suburbs,
it's typically in those days lower middle class families.
very lower middle class, middle class.
Not anymore, but then now
No,
those.
no, now all Marwadis are there.
That's
So there is no class at all there. Okay, so first test we lost. Second test, what happened was due to something or the other, few of our players were injured. So I was the inductor in the team. Okay, because they had no other choice but to make it 11.
correct.
So I made it 11.
We made it to in the first class tournament.
Okay. And Ghulam Ahmad was very assuring, don't worry. You play as though you're playing like what you played for Karnataka. Don't allow the personalities to rule you.
Right.
That was the greatest advice I ever had. And I still hold on to it. That's what it is. Cricket, if you want to play well, you have your own self-esteem and don't allow the man to rule. If you are a bowler, you rule the batsman. That's what Ghulam taught me.
Precisely.
I am still grateful to him. Okay, and I bowled well because I bowled within my limitations. There's nothing. No one to teach me what to bowl and what not,
No coaches.
No, I mean, Ghulam was the only one, but he was a manager. How can he teach me
Right.
from outside? Okay? So what he taught me was believe in yourself and bowl as though you are playing for Karnataka or Mysore. I bowled and I was very successful. Even Gary Sobers, I think he was just 25 or 26 at his best possibly. He was
You would have been at his
peaking
prime.
himself, right? Even though following day he hit me, that's not the point. But while on the first day, I think I bowled about 30 overs and 3 wickets, or 3 or 4 wickets, whatever it is. While walking back, he said, "Well bowled, young man." Well, that's I thought something.
Compliment from a legend
I think yes. And then late in the evening,
to another to be legend.
Frank Worrell in front of me called me. Gulamat called me because he liked me because I could bowl well and being an offspring himself. And one man who could succeed on a wicket like cement concrete wicket, you know, and he was very thrilled, like a one's own father, I mean, you're right.
Just like a father takes
He
pride.
called me, and Frank Worrell told him, "You've got a bowler of great promise. Take care of him."
Wow.
You know, that's it. And
Very
then
nice.
I didn't play rest of the test, but played most of the other. I think I was second highest wicket taker. I mean, wicket taker. Salim Durrani was the highest, I think. And by bowling against Manjrekar, Nari Contractor, Polly Umbriger, Salim Durrani, and Chandu Borde,
Chandra Borde.
all those people taught me. I was bowling as though I was bowling for city cricketers, from my club.
Right.
Because what Gulama told me had stuck in my mind. I said, don't look at them. You bowl. You control the game. So I was doing exactly the same thing
Play your game.
with my limitations.
Right. Now, you are known as, you have been known as the master of deception, guile, and Raju Bharatan also calls you as cunning, while bowling. Help us understand, in particular the younger generation, what that truly meant. And can I ask you to illustrate that with your most memorable dismissals? For example, Dennis Amiss in 1972.
All those are very, but as I say, as you asked me, one thing I realized quickly that for a spinner, there is no scope if you bowl short. And luckily, I must say that my club cricket helped me a lot because we played on matting.
Okay.
Club cricket, most of the time, those days were matting,
Right.
except for a couple of games, Ranji Trophy or turf, but otherwise, matting. Okay, and matting is always not many people. I do not know many people realize it or not. I think it's an excellent thing for any team to practice on matting because for a spinner, it hardly gives any scope for a spinner to bowl short because they'll pull and cut on a matting. Therefore, I was never bowling short. So length was absolutely mandatory for me. Okay. So if you want to control any batsman, you had to bowl length. Okay.
And what took you to?
Okay, that's one.
Okay. Carry on.
Two, length and line is optional
Oh, line is optional.
because
Length is mandatory.
length is mandatory. Even if you close your eyes, you have to bowl length.
Okay.
Okay. Line is optional because how you set the field depends on the line.
Right.
So,
Youngsters, please note the millennial generation, Gen Z cricketers.
because it all depends on how you set the field.
Right.
Means the ball you expect it to go there. That's why it's optional. Choice is yours.
Right. Right.
Okay. So line at any cost, whatever line you choose, but still that imaginary length is there.
Correct.
You had to bowl there.
Correct. Got it.
That's first and the foremost principle. I will never agree whoever may be the coach under the sun, if they don't agree with this,
Correct.
I mean, I think they hardly know
They
the
got
game,
it wrong.
especially spin bowling.
Right. Right.
Okay, and then that alone is not going to help you, because if you keep on bowling length, they'll also get used to it.
All right.
Okay, so there should be some sort of a deception.
Yeah.
Because I was doing engineering,
Oh yes, completely.
okay, I mean, this helped me. What is, then
Can I ask you what was your major? Mechanical, civil,
electrical.
electrical. Okay.
And that electrical means it's all imagination.
Okay.
Anyway, mechanical you can see.
Mechanical and civil you can
see.
visualize. Yes.
You can see it also.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is a mechanical, no?
Yeah, correct.
But what goes on inside, you don't know.
Yeah.
That's imagination.
Right.
So that helped me. Okay. And plus, being an analytical engineer means basic bottom line is the analytical brain.
Right.
Okay. Then I started working on that. Then I derived the ball loop.
Yes.
Okay.
The flight.
So if I were to bowl length, how do I achieve it? I couldn't possibly achieve by bowling flat, because when I tried to bowl faster, one ball used to be length, the other three balls used to be short. Whereas when I use the loop, 99% I used to get it within the length area.
So what was the variable there in the loop?
This height of the loop.
Oh, height of the loop. Okay, got it.
Okay, and well, all this being analytical again, I realized that when the ball is in the air, there is a temptation for the batsman to reach out for the ball.
They would step out.
When the ball is faster, they don't do it. They play on a reflection. I mean, reflecting natural reflexes. Okay, they bowl, boom. There's nothing thinking.
Correct.
So I realized that if you have to think, if you have to tempt a batsman, you have to tempt a batsman. Flight the ball. Okay, and then I developed the habit of overspinning the ball and holding the ball in the air. See, you see, when you flight the ball, there's two variations. One is tossing up the ball and flighting the ball. Okay. Tossing up the ball is simple. Yeah. There's nothing deception in that. But you still bowl on the length, pitch on the length, with a normal tendency for the ball to break. When you have a deception flight has a deception in it. It still tempts you to come out. The ball you cannot still reach out.
Yeah. Sometimes they've had to step out three.
When he steps out and when he searches for the ball to reach, that fraction of a second is the chances for you to take a wicket.
Oh wow! Okay.
I mean, all these things, thanks to engineering, it gave me a line of thinking. That's how it is. I developed it, and so unfortunate people these days, they don't even attempt to flight the ball.
Yeah, I was asking you, if it's today, if it's T20s, how would you have approached the game?
Yeah, same way.
Yeah,
okay. I would have approached with a deception, and I had the turn.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I could turn the ball on a cement concrete wicket.
Absolutely.
Right, about 35 degrees, or say 10 degrees, which eventually reaches the batsman is around 30 degrees. Wow. Okay, but so the bottom line is you have to turn the ball, and you have to deceive the batsman.
Wow.
And for a batsman to hit intentionally where he wants to hit, unlikely to happen, because when he tries to hit a long one, if they turn, it may go to mid-wicket.
And you would anticipate.
No, that's where then the distance becomes easier. See, few sixes used to go there. Yeah. I mean, because I realized two things in this game. Fours and sixes is an integral part of the game. Okay.
Nice.
See, when you go, being a personality man, coming back to our food, salt and pepper is a mandatory. You cannot have a food without a salt.
Curd rice and pickle,
Am I right or wrong?
You're absolutely
You
right.
okay? So it's a you expect it.
Right, right.
So I mean, these are the basics,
Right.
which well, by God's grace, I had that analytical brain in me. Not a very intelligent engineer, very ordinary engineer, but
Come on.
well, I was able to borrow some of those and then develop myself.
Would you recall some of your very favorite, memorable dismissals?
One is Gary Sobus.
Oh, okay.
I think in Barbados game
Uh-huh.
he played or something knocked out.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, because see Gary Sobus wicket is it, and that's one. When I went along with Ajit Wadakar's team, Gary Sobus caught Abidali bowled Prasanna
Wow.
test match in a it's and Rohan Kanai. See, and then Basil Butcher, I think in Chennai test, he played forward. The first ball he faced, he was bowled, and he came and told me what that was his last test. He said, "What press should have given me at least one run in my last test." I said, "I bowled. You didn't take one run, unfortunate." But these are things.
Yeah.
And the other memorable one, I think, I didn't get a wicket. We were playing Jamaica 11 against touring side 61-62. Frank Worrell was playing. I bowled a ball without looking at Frank Worrell. I was bowling myself to my satisfaction. A ball which drifted like that, which I was at the offside. He let go. He turned, it went over the stumps. He said, "I never seen a person turning the ball. My goodness,"
So
he
sharp.
told me. He came that side, he got a bye. Because Farouk went this way, he got a bye. He came and said, "Well bowled, son." These are things. But I was very happy to do all these things anyway.
Lovely.
As I said earlier, bottom line was I should be satisfied with my own bowling. I was not pleasing anybody else.
You're competing with yourself.
Yeah, because if I satisfy myself, I was at 200%. I will be among wickets.
Lovely.
Whether wicket is there, wicket is not there.
Right.
I must feel that I have done my best.
Lovely.
And I never yielded to, and that's what quality which Pataudi analyzed and appreciated. And he allowed me to bowl, and I was always successful.
Prasanna, for most Kannadigas of my generation, the dismissal of Gavaskar in the Karnataka Bombay semi-final 73-74 is etched in our memory. Can you illustrate what you did? There is something like a floater you let go.
Yes.
Now you are holding a ball. Can I request you to redo the
Same
action?
thing, look, I had the ability to drift the ball in the air.
Okay.
And bring back the ball. Turn. So Sadi, I knew he was one of the one of the greatest players that India has ever produced. Okay, and he's not a player who will just, allow you to dictate. So a question of interesting. Both of us knew. So my first principle, I must dictate terms. So Sunny is a player who cannot be allowed to stay too long at the wicket.
Yes.
If you allow him, that's the end of it. He will go up to 200. So these are the factors which was in my mind. And second thing is, we had a score of 360 odd runs.
That's right.
I said, okay, I was bowling. Then I knew he's going to play. So I had two chances, two intentional things which was there. One is, if he plays and misses the line, takes the edge, there was Vishwanath in the first sleep, ball drifting. And if he doesn't touch the ball,
Knock off the
he's
stump.
already committed. The ball will go turn
Right.
and hit the stump.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. The second thing happened.
Wow. Okay.
So there were two attempts. In one ball, there were two attempts.
Wow.
How to take a batsman out, and I expected him. And as I said, I bowled a perfect length. The ball was on the middle stump, and he came forward. I know, but the ball started drifting away. even though he attempted a little bit to adjust to the line, but the drifting was such, and then it came back.
You won the Ranji Trophy for Karnataka. What was captaining like all the years?
I always good at captaining. It was unfortunate I couldn't lead India. I think I would have. I think I had the capability of leading the Indian team because when I won the Ranji Trophy, and that was the season when Karnataka won Ranji Trophy, Karnataka won against rest of India, and I led the rest of India team against Bombay. I won, so I had all the credentials in '75
Yeah,
as a captain. Okay.
Yeah, you are very qualified to
I
lead
mean,
the
I had
country.
all the credentials.
You had all
Okay.
the credentials.
And
That's right.
also one of the senior members of the team.
That's
So
right. Yeah.
everything was there, but I missed out. But no regrets. I think I've led the side as a standby when Sunny Gavaskar got hit in New Zealand off my own bowling. But I led the side. I think they were at 180 for 1 or 2. I could control the game. With my captaincy, I brought the score. They were all out for 320 or something like that.
Yeah, we remember
Okay.
that.
Okay, 1. 2, when Vengsaka got 156 runs in Nagpur. I think there's a time when Vengsaka came to the limelight. Gavaskar left to leave the ground. He said, I will leave only for 10 minutes for you, otherwise you will prove to be a very good captain.
Really?
But he's so close to me,
Yeah.
he could express that.
That's nice.
But I think most of the people who knew, who had played with me, even in Karnataka and also rest of India,
Right.
they knew that I had the captaincy material in me.
No doubt about that. Now we'll talk about the spin quartet. For us, the fans, spin quartet is like legendary. How did you look at it, being a part of a spin quartet? And
Oh, I'm so lucky to play along with these 3 other greats. And as a captain of Karnataka, and I'm sure any captain, would have been exceedingly happy to have Chandrasekhar in the team. And I had the advantage of having Chandrasekhar, not from today, or not as a
from day
Karnataka
one,
team, from
club.
club.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we were, see, as a matter of fact, only City Cricketers are the only club which has produced 2 potential spinners for
Right.
the country in the world. A club. So Chandra and I played for City Cricketers, and we have grown together.
Right.
I knew how to set the field and whatnot. Even Gavaskar, Pataudi, Jaisima, Subramaniam, they all learned for how to set a field for Chandra after having observing him playing with us, and how we set the field. Subramaniam learned it because we are playing in league. Subramaniam was playing ITI against City Cricketers. Okay, he was an excellent student of the game, so he could observe what sort of field we set for Chandra. Same case, Pataudi enjoyed it because he was playing for Hyderabad. When Subramaniam set the field for Chandra, he could observe it. Jaisimha, Sunil Gavaskar, everyone learned because Chandra alone is very difficult to set a field. He only believed in one slip and forward shot leg. That's all.
And the rest, the captain had to think about it.
Whereas he's all pre-mixed.
Oh, I see.
I guess.
It's about a little over a year since we lost Bedi.
Oh, he's one of the best left-arm spinners I have seen. I'm so lucky that I could be the cementing force for all the 3.
Oh my God!
Yes.
And as a person, Bedi as a person,
I like
as a friend.
As a friend, philosopher, even though I've written against him in my own book.
Oh really? Okay.
Okay, being arrogant and dictatorship and whatnot. I admired his principles in life.
Yeah, you call spade a spade.
Yes, never mind who it is.
Right.
And I think that's the greatest quality one can ever have. So unfortunately, it's not there anymore.
Yes. Prasanna, you and Venkat, I read an interesting article by Raju Bharatan where he says comparing you and Venkat Raghavan would be like comparing Lata Mangeshkar and Asha Bhosle. What's your thought? What were his strengths?
Yes, what Asha Bhosle could sing, Lata Mangeshkar couldn't sing, and what Lata Mangeshkar could sing, Asha Bhosle. So likewise, possibly on on a supporting wickets for respectively. I think we showed our own class, and I'm extremely happy that we all played together.
Lovely.
And I admire you and Venkat's bowling as well. And as you see now, his bowling is what the bowling of the present lot is doing.
Okay.
He set a his pattern of bowling without knowing that henceforth not Prasanna's bowling, it is
That's
Venkatrama's bowling.
that's become the DNA of
Yes,
the
yes.
current generation's bowling. Okay, lovely. Your favorite captains?
Well, I appreciated. I mean, I liked Pataudi because of non-interference, and also he, being a cricketer who has learnt all his cricket in England, and his man management is very good. He never used to swear at anybody on the field, but the look of a tiger was good enough to convey what you're doing is right or wrong.
Wow. Okay. I'll come to a couple of topics outside of the 22 yards. Now, you have taken wickets of so many legends: Gary Sobers, Rohan Kanai, Vivian Richards, Imran Khan, Javed Miadar, just to name a few. How does it feel to be EAS Prasanna and look back at those decades?
Very interesting question, Jairaj. First of all, as an youngster, when you're representing the country and playing against all these all-time greats of in the various countries like Gary Sobers, Rohan Kanai of West Indies, Tom Graveney of England, you know, Ken Barrington, Imran Khan, and I think Glenn Turner and Bevan Congdon and all those people in New Zealand. It's definitely a pride. Definitely, it induces, as an youngster, a confidence. And over the years, when you start playing continuously for representing the country and performing well and being a contributory factor or one of the contributor factors for various wins, that confidence converts itself to arrogance. I mean, honestly, because
Yeah.
you have seen people behaving differently when once they are in limelight. What do you mean by limelight is obviously the success behind limelight. Okay, and this is exactly what happened to me. And confidence reflected in arrogance, and arrogance. Well, yes, there is a achievements to back up, but as you question is interesting and intriguing. How one looks back as a year's persona. Yes, there's a mixed feeling of pride and also many disappointments are there because, see, as a cricketer, when you're alone, single, supported by family or say parents, the approach to the game is totally different because parents are unconditional. And no doubt there was a lot of resistance initially when I was selected to tour West Indies. That's merely because at that time cricket was not what it is today. Even the appreciation that was there is not at all, well, in reality, is nowhere near the I mean, to
Yes.
say lead a decent life.
Yes.
Because if I remember correctly, on the first test when I played in Chipok, Corporation Stadium against the MCC 61,
That's
62 to 61, 62 when they MCC toured India. We were paid 260 rupees or 320 rupees, roughly, okay, for a 6-day game.
oh yes.
That means it's around 35 rupees a day, okay. And people may say 35 rupees is equal to 35,000 or 3,50,000 now. That's not the point. The point here is that in spite of that uh, very small amount, which I never knew that we get paid to play for the
Yes.
country. That is the first thing. When Chinnaswamy was the treasurer, when he came and distributed on the rest day a brown packet containing, some 320 rupees, I didn't know what to
That
say,
you would be paid.
because I never expected that to represent the country you get paid. Because that was the state of cricket in India. We were not professionals.
It was a pride that mattered.
Yeah, and that, okay. But it's sheer passion, because I loved this game from the age of 8 and to play. And I didn't even realize that playing for the country and playing for the state, I looked at it almost in the same level. My objective was to bowl well. Personal satisfaction was priority for me.
Right.
Whether I take wickets or not was the criterion. If I think I bowled extremely well, I would have I was feeling very happy. Okay. But coming back to your question, as I said, the support of the parents, okay, their blind support, even though they didn't like it, because
Yes.
I'll be sacrificing my own life, because they knew the hardship of life. They were going through the hardship of life. I couldn't careless, or no responsibility person. Okay, there are two different wavelengths, but they couldn't possibly say
Stop you or discourage you.
discourage me. So therefore, I was playing, okay, but they knew the hardship behind it. And as and when you progress in the game, progress in life, the sacrifice that the family does, I think it is extraordinary. I mean, you get married, you have your family, and you're still playing. And
Yes.
you are playing with the same zeal.
That's right.
Means couldn't care less about the family, but you are dedicated to the game, okay? Without even realizing that what is coming next.
Right.
Okay? Now that your question pertains to that, after having given up, retired, okay, and not too focused on establishing myself as an individual. I'm not talking as a cricketer, because in life,
Correct.
once you retire from a game, you're nobody.
Right.
It's a very simple thing: out of sight, out of mind. Okay, but you have acquired so much of reputation, so your existence becomes relative to the rest of the people who are around you, and therefore, then it's not peer pressure. It's a question of protecting oneself, one's own image. That becomes priority, and that which you have sacrificed without knowing by playing.
That's right.
So that becomes very hard. Therefore, as I said earlier, it was great playing days. Entire life, a big question mark, unless until one is blessed with a lot of other things.
When I look at the current generation, the T20, the IPL generation, and when I compare that with the legends from your generation, one can sense there's a huge gap in the financial aspect of it. And I
See, unfortunate side. It's my personal view. The board was run by people like Chinnaswamy, Rungta. Yeah? They are all conservative people, like people from Basangudi. Okay? They never believed that parting money was a difficult thing for them.
right.
One way it is good because they have saved a lot of money for board.
For the board.
Board became rich. They had a long, their Chidambaram and all those people, their administrative capabilities has given the present generation of administrators hell of a lot of a cushion, financial cushion to do experiment and earn more money. And Dalmia is the one who cashed on that foundation and made Indian cricket one of the richest. Okay, that's from the board angle. And when we were playing, they felt that we should not be given much money because we get spoiled.
Oh,
Like
the conservative father.
Conservative approach.
Right, right, right. And there's something like a gratis, what is that?
Yeah, you see, now pension has come into play.
Right.
Magnanimity of the board. Srinivasan is the person who is instrumental. But only one thing which I am not very happy about it is, see, board has given many creators Life Achievement Award. It's a board initiation. Some extra money, like, when we are paid, four of us were club paid 2.5 lakhs or 5 lakhs, individually 15 lakhs, 25 lakhs, like that. Okay. That's one side. But the concept, pension should have been, Life Achievement Award creators should have been one list. Let it be a fixed amount. It's an appreciation by the board. It's not 60 lakhs, 50 lakhs. If it is 1 crore, 2 crore, you give it to them. It's an appreciation by the board himself. And the cricketers who are played for the country, played 35 lakhs, 35 games, 40 games, 50 games. Okay? I appreciate them according to the number of tests, what the formula they have. Whereas they did, on one side, even Life Achievement Award people have been clubbed in the general formula, which I think is not right.
Okay.
I think, because I personally feel if I appreciate an award board and club you there, I'm insulting myself. I think my logic is quite reasonable, I think.
BCC should note
And
this aspect of the
BCCI
conversation.
is not
BCCI, of course.
is not a small, is not a poor association.
Yeah.
The poor board.
Right.
They can afford to pay. And Life Achievement Award people should be a separate list.
Right.
And they must fix X amount as a one time.
Right.
Okay, later on you can give this number of tests as a monthly pension gratis.
Right.
But one time they should have given a lump sum for all the people. Okay.
I just have a couple of things. Recently Kirmani's book launch, I think it was Sri Narayan Murthy who made a comment about the Karnataka players from your generation, yourself, Chandra, Vishwanath. There is this grinding humility in all of you.
Humility is there because we are all, as I told you, no?
In sharp contrast with the...
No. See, by and large,
Right.
lower middle class people only have played for the country.
Okay.
And all of them have played in an environment like Basanudi. Yeah. Vishwanath came from Rajajinagar, we came from, Chandra came from Basanudi. Syed Kirmani came from somewhere here. I mean, not a middle class man. Okay? And what come may, our parental people have inculcated that humility
those
is the
values.
virtue, and
Yes.
humility on which we believe.
Hmm.
Even today, we respect because of our humility only.
That's right.
You know.
Right. While researching about you, I also learned that you admire or you love listening to Rabindra Sangeet, just like Chandra listens to Mukesh. So, how did you fall in love with?
Oh,
Yep.
see, I have married a Bengali. I had
Yes.
married a Bengali. I lost her about 3 years
Yeah.
ago. It's an unfortunate sight. I married a Bengali without knowing much of the culture.
Okay.
It's a sort of, what is that, you know, love at first sight, what do you call
Yes.
it, under that,
Hmm.
okay? But after marrying her, I realized a Basundari man has boy has many shortcomings.
Wow. Okay.
The cultural shortcomings are many.
Hmm.
Culturally,
Hmm.
I find Bengalis were streets ahead.
Wow. Okay. Can you illustrate this point with?
Yes, yes, streets ahead.
So, what is it about Rabindra Sangeet that you love?
Yes,
Yes.
okay. And their approach to life
Hmm.
is seeing is believing. You must go to Jairaj, you must go to Kolkata,
I will put
okay,
this in mind.
to see how they look at you and how they treat you.
Hmm.
That warmth and kindness, I don't think we have.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they respect the elders so much. They never address an elder person with by name like I'm calling you, you're calling me Pras,
Hmm.
okay, Prasanna.
I
No,
call you Prasanna Aure.
Aure,
Aure
okay.
means Prasanna
That
ji.
means you still have that
Yes,
little bit
absolutely.
of left, culture left, okay. But my brother, my nephew, they don't call me like that. They call me by name, my money, my nickname. You know, in Kolkata, you'll never see that. Dada, TD,
Okay.
the culture. Likewise, Rabindranath, that what he has written in 1857 or whatever it is relevant now.
Right.
And what sort of a, no doubt, that man
Is
is
there
a.
any particular song that?
You see, I only remember the meaning of it. You
Okay.
come alone, you walk alone, die alone. In Bengali, there is one famous song,
Okay.
Akela something, but I can only hum it. Sometimes it comes into my
Okay. Sure.
mind, but he has written, you come alone, walk alone, go alone.
Beautiful.
And which is the actual life.
Yes.
We aspire for so many things,
But at the end
but
of the day,
as you know, you must have read many books. Who will cry after my death?
oh no.
You know, I remember that? It's the
Yeah.
same thing in a different form, but people have expressed. But as I come back to that, culture in Kolkata,
Wow. Okay.
Bengal, West Bengal, is out of the world.
Prasanna
And
Aure.
not because I married a Bengali, I learned and I realized how different we are and how negligent we are about culture.
Huh. That's a very profound point you're making.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to seeing is
Right.
believing, experience is
Right.
believing. You must go before you
I
go
will.
back to California.
I will.
You just go there. I'll give you two names. You can just talk to them, meet them. You know, journalists. You'll know how they look at you and how they treat you.
Lovely.
You must experience it
Right.
personally. And I don't see that culture.
Hmm.
Like Punjabis, people they know they whatever they do, dil khol ke karega, right?
Wait.
They are known like that. This is beyond that.
Beautiful. Brings
That's
us.
one good thing that happened to me in my life.
Yes.
I married a Bengali to know
Lovely.
my limitations.
What a way of putting it. Do you recall instances where you had support and encouragement, the way she
Oh,
enriched your
is
life?
there? You see, but at the same time, she made me realize
Yes. What do
that
you mean?
I've sacrificed my life for cricket.
Lovely.
Because see, Bengalis have a style to lead a life.
Beautiful.
We personally people still don't know. I think some people are
I
now
could get into
saying, but
trouble with my Baswandi friends.
unfortunate side, I also, you know, but one thing, they know how to lead a life, how to, that warmth.
Okay.
I don't think.
Right.
I'll give an example to you. A friend of mine, I was in Kolkata for some reason. A very close friend of mine was transferred to Kolkata.
Mm-hmm.
When they landed up there, the neighbors looked after him for 5 days, feeding them till they established themselves.
The generosity and the warmth.
They went morning, find out cup of tea, biscuits. From then, food, everything. You tell me which one does it in Bangalore? Just an example.
I will do that.
You are an exception. What I am trying to say,
No,
general,
sorry, I understood your point.
you know,
Anyway.
they don't even look at you. Come on. If someone is fallen on the road in Kolkata, there will be 100 people crowding,
Oh, okay.
protecting him. Here they look at the person who has fallen and they go.
Prasanna, there is a road which is named after you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
See, off late,
Mm-hmm.
let me be very honest. I'm in limelight.
Okay. Only off late. What is
Off
this?
late.
Okay.
Because something or the other, Prasanna is there.
Okay.
Like Kirban is launching a book, my photography, the people are there present. Likewise, I think if you flash back a little bit, okay, I think I've been in limelight due to some reason or the other.
Right.
I gave an interview on Ashwin,
Yes.
big write
I
up.
saw that. Yes.
Okay, big write up. Again, the whole Bangalore woke up, Prasanna, like that. And I must appreciate and really appreciate the BBMP people. They named a road on my name. If you go in the service road,
Right.
okay, near 11A,
Yes.
you just pass by, you can take the photograph as well. And also, I'm very happy that whatever I said earlier about association, I'm very happy that magnanimity eventually they decided that
He stands.
no, they have decided our names be put on the in the stadium.
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. So two things which cricket has brought me. One is names on the road,
And there is a stand, finally.
and names in the cricket stand. Okay.
Lovely.
Anyway,
Thank you very
finally,
much, Prasanna ಅವರೇ.
thank you very much.
ನಿಮಗೆ ದೇವರು ದೀರ್ಘಾಯುಷ್ಯ ಕೊಡಲಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕೊಡಲಿ, ಆನಂದ
Thank you
ಕೊಡಲಿ.
very much.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್.